Black Friday, everybody. We're talking about retail with Bert Flickinger, the Managing Director of Strategic Resource Group, and Mark Elwood, the author of Bargain Fever, How to Shop in a Discounted World. And it's time to turn our attention to the digital half of the pumpkin pie. We just got some data from IBM tracking online sales. They said online sales were up 20% in 2013 over the same period last year. We're talking about Thanksgiving Day. Average order value, as you can see here, just about $128. And mobile sales now accounting for more than a quarter of all purchases, up 49% year over year. What do those data tell you, Mark?
I think they say something, one, that, as Bert said, it was cold, so people stayed inside. And it's predicted to be very cold this winter, the coldest winter since '62, and that's going to change a lot of things about retail. It's also telling me I wouldn't want to be Cyber Monday. It looks like Cyber Monday is going to lose its position, and everything is going to migrate to Thanksgiving Day.
How about you, Bert?
I agree with Mark that ultimately between Thanksgiving Day and Cyber Monday, there'll be more customers shopping online than there will be shopping in the stores. And actually, National Retail Federation said foot traffic or customer counts is going to be down 7 million people between Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday to Sunday.
Mark, you're the expert. You wrote the book on deals. Can you get a better deal in the store? I mean, what can stores do apart from pricing something for less to drive traffic to bricks and mortar as opposed to online? If you can sit at home watching football and doing your shopping, why even bother going out to the mall?
Because stores have finally realized that instead of fighting showrooming, which is when you're checking a price on your phone in the store, they're finally doing price match and saying, if you buy it here, we'll match the price and you can walk away with it. So nothing beats that instant gratification. Amazon, which is scrambling to build these distribution centers around the country and try and offer this instant gratification, is way behind Best Buy. Best Buy just says, hey, come here. If they're a better price, you can buy it now. That's how they can deal with it.
Is Best Buy going to beat Amazon this holiday season, Bert?
They're not going to beat them, but in the stores we checked across America, Best Buy had up to 29 to 30 people, every register open, and dozens of people in line, to Mark's point, for that instant gratification, the price match. So Best Buy, like Amazon, isn't going to make any money, but they're going to sell a lot more.
Well, here's what I want to know. How has Best Buy done it in the space of a year? A year ago today, Best Buy was still a disaster. Now it seems to be a thriving enterprise. Again, the stock's up 230%. Now, granted, a lot of that is looking into the future and expecting profits to come. What are they doing right?
Well, they've got a CEO who, A, has a bit of attitude and a bit of swagger, and B, they have turned around, instead of complaining about showrooming and saying this is unfair, they're accepting it as a fact of life and thinking, how do we integrate digital and brick-and-mortar businesses? And Target's doing the same thing. Walmart's doing the same thing. They're finally realizing my enemy's enemy is my friend. They should just all gang up on Amazon, and everyone will end up better off.
How far does that go in the retail spectrum, Bert? Does it just apply to the middle and lower ends of the market, the Targets, the Walmarts, or are higher-end retailers having to cope with the showrooming phenomenon as well?
Higher end, if you look at the lack of investment of Target partnering with Amazon and getting the short straw for online retailing for 11 years versus what Blake Nordstrom and his brothers and then the third generation with Jamie Nordstrom did with Nordstroms.com, integrating bricks and clicks, and Terry Lundgren and his team of merchants, Michael Gould, between Macy's merchandising group, Bloomingdale's merchandising group, they're doing phenomenally. Martha Stewart's going to be one of the victims in all this, so I'm not sure how viable she's going to be. Her business may be a train wreck under the Christmas tree by this time next year. But the better people, to Mark's point,
instead of a train set, a train.
Well, Lionel Leisure Kitty City went out of business too, but you know they're still selling Lionel trains on eBay. But the better bricks and clicks retailers will survive, but the less capable, less well capitalized, the J.C. Penney's of the world that failed to invest fast enough, they may be the victims.
So Bert's named a couple of the winners in his mind and the losers as well. Who do you think's going to win the season?
I'm with you. I think everyone should just look at Nordstrom and do everything that they do, because Nordstrom has a trust with its customers, and any company that has that kind of trust, people are very, very loyal when they're treated well. Nordstrom has that return anything policy. I think I wouldn't want to be J.C. Penney on January 1. It's everything that's happened with Penneys is heartbreaking. Okay. It really is. Yeah.
Any less than you'd want to be J.C. Penney today? All right. We'll have to leave it there. Mark, thank you very much. Mark Elwood is author of Bargain Fever, How to Shop in a Discounted World, and Bert Flickinger, the Managing Director of Strategic Resource Group. We're going to be back.